Hello everybody and welcome back to another video and welcome back to some more FTB. Oh my god, the noise. Honestly, I've finally returned Mr. Robot here back to his base, if you want to call it that. And he's now making a noise, so I think it's actually better off if I left him over there. You know. But yeah, this is still going with that iron ore, I think. Yep, look, it's taking ages. I have to put some more gunpowder in there, I think, as well, because we're running out of sulfur. Yeah, I might do that now quickly while we do this. But anyway, so in today's episode, the reason I am, talking like this and trying to think at the same time is because we're going to start forestry. Not necessarily all of forestry, just the bees part this episode, because I know there is more to forestry than bees, obviously. And, I will obviously touch on that later, but I kind of want to go into the bees this early. I'm not sure if it's a good idea. We'll find out, obviously. If you didn't already know that, by the way, I planted these ages ago, and you can actually make gunpowder from these, and I'm using this to keep up my sulfur, just like that. So it's just a simple process of doing that, putting that in there, putting that in. Wait, is it this one? Okay, I thought it was the other one. Never mind then, eh? Yeah, so just like that. But yeah, so like I say, we're gonna go on forestry. So if I do this and show you, TRY, there we go. Yeah, so like, there's all this stuff, forestry. There's like farm blocks as well. I know you can get your own separate farms in forestry. But like I say, the specific section I want to touch on is the, that's BB-craft, is the bees part, if you don't already know. Oh my god, please don't be, Jesus Christ. But yeah, so like, if you see all here, bees. Bees, kind of weird, if you ask me. I did try this before when I was doing Minecraft, and honestly, I think that failed so bad. We got somewhat far, but I just couldn't grasp that handle of it. Now here's hoping now I do actually get, well, I'll say this, I do know how to do it now, hopefully. But obviously there will be a bit of a hiccups here and there, I guess, of me not knowing what's going on and stuff like that. But, that's just one of the perks of looking it up on Google, I guess, How do I do bees? That's what you should type in Google if you ever need help with that. But yeah, so anyway, to make a start, first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to make ourselves a scoop. Now, I did already make one, but I will show you how to make one. Because the reason we need the scoop is because to get started on bees, we need to mine up bees, so to speak. Oh my god, I did not know you could get a formium one. But yeah, so it's pretty simple. It's just 3, 5, 6 sticks and 1 wool in the middle, just like that, and you get yourself one with full durability. Not one that's half done already. But like the idea once you've got this now is for you to just go out into the world, get yourself a big lag spike, and just go and collect loads of bees, really. So all you got to do is just walk around and find these. Now you should have seen some of these around, to begin with. There's loads of different types of hives. If I type in hive, I can show you. But yeah, it's like water hive, that's going to spawn underwater, or ice biome? No. Rock hives, that's going to be underground. Never. Marble is going to be, actually, I don't know about marble, that's a bit weird. Forest, you get the idea. They're kind of self-explanatory on where they're going to spawn. Modest desert, tropical, jungle, winter, you get the idea. Okay, so once you're doing that, all you got to do is mine it up just like this. And as you can see, we've got ourselves a drone, a princess, and a honeycomb. Now that's quite good, obviously. That one was a good one. That's going to be your standard drop, really, from the hives. It's going to be like 1 drone, 1 princess. Obviously, you can get more than 1 drone. But 1 princess and obviously 1 of the honeycombs. But I think it varies between 1 and 3. I'm not quite sure about that. I just like to go out on a limb and say this, because, it might be true. One day. One day I'll take a wild guess and it'll be true. And when that happens, I'll be like, yes! But yeah, so like I say, you just gotta keep walking around. Obviously, you could do this earlier on in game, you could make yourself a scoop and just mine all this stuff up. So that one was a curious one, and that one dropped something called a mystical princess. As you can see, that's pristine stock. No idea what that means. But yeah, so like I guess that's kind of like a special one. I know they've got like different names the further you go down the trees of making bees and stuff like that. But for now, obviously, I think if you want to start off, if you're going to start off, you want to kind of keep yourself to the basic drones. Now, not drones, sorry, the basic type of bees, which is, I think I normally go with, what's it name? Forestry and meadows. Try and stick to those two, really, because they give the best early game ones anyway. So if I just type in drone, I think I've already got some. So as you can see here, I've got 5 rocky drones and 1 mystical drone, so I'll actually put that one back in there. And what about princess? Have I got any of those? Yeah, so as you can see, I've got 2 mystical princesses, because, at the moment they don't stack. if you see it says pristine stock and then brackets or whatever that is, unknown genome, it's because these bees in general will have different genomes, if you want to call it that, or just different DNA or whatever you want to call it. So as you can see, there's 4 rocky princesses here, but then again, that's exactly the same if I hover over it, but they're not a stack, are they? Which, you know, that happens. And this was an ignoble stock. I'm not quite sure what that means, but we'll find out. So what I'm going to do is, because it's a bit tedious finding bees, I'm going to sleep, I'm going to go find a couple, and I'm going to come back when I've got enough. Like I say, I'm going to try and get Forestry and Meadows ones, and hopefully from there we can obviously go on and make more bees. So yeah, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so that actually took longer than I thought it would take. I had to come back and make myself another scoop as well, because that one ran out. But yeah, so as you can see now, I've just mined up like all of this stuff. Let's put some stuff away. There's too much in here. There. Let's keep that on us. But yeah, as you can see now, different types of bees, loads of different types of bees. What is going on here? It's a bit unsorted. So, all you need to get really is 5 honeycombs, and I'll explain why. It's because we want to make ourselves an apiarist's chest. You can do this straight away. I definitely want to do it straight away just because it's amazing. Just because, like, as you can see here, you need 5 combs of any type, doesn't matter. 1 chest and 1 glass. Now as you can see, I already have 5 here, just like that. As you can see, put them in there just like that. We got ourselves an apiarist chest. Now, we can also make ourselves an apiarist backpack, which means you can put the chest down, obviously, on the floor, but if you have it in your hand, you can't access it. Now, an apiarist backpack does exactly the same job. You can't put it down. It has to be in the inventory, though. I would say have 2 of these, like have an apiarist chest and have an apiarist backpack, just for the sake of, you know, having one on you, you don't have to walk around everywhere or whatever, and, you know, stuff like that. But anyway, so once you got this, it's the same inventory, however you have it, even if it's an apiarist chest or a backpack. Simply right click or right click on it and you'll get this. Now it's going to be different because I'm using the text pack obviously, and obviously if you're not using text pack it's going to be default. So there you go. But the way this works is you see 0 out of 270 species, 0 queens, 0 princesses and 0 drones. Best thing to do is really just shove all of your bees in there. My advice anyway. And my advice normally goes well, but I tend to try and keep all my drones and princesses in there unless I have to keep them for some specific reason, and you'll find out why I just said that soon. Why is it not? There you go, that's weird. There we go. So all you gotta do is shift click all these in just like that. Now, so once we've got the apiarist backpack, we're also going to need to make ourselves 2 forestry machines so that we can actually get started on this stuff. The 2 that we need are Squeezer, because we're going to need oh Jesus, because I'll explain why. And you also need MJ for this, so it's a bit different. And tin, sturdy casing, and to make the sturdy casing we need to make ourselves bronze item casings, which I think you can just use the hammer for, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the force hammer seems to work. Yeah, it's these hammers, isn't it, the Greg Tech ones. So what we've got to do is make ourselves a hammer. I'm sure, hold on. Yeah, I'm sure you could have done that way. There you go. So in actual fact, you could just use bronze, just like that. Tin should be going there, sturdy casing, and there we've got ourselves a squeezer. We also need one more, which is the carpenter, just like that. They all look the same as well. They've all got this like tunnel structure, you know, like base on the top and bottom, and then like some kind of like tube in the middle. Same again, really, apart from the fact it's bronze on the outside, not Tinker's whatever that one was, and another sturdy casing in the middle, so it's nice and easy, just like that. There we go. And bish bash bosh, we've got ourselves a carpenter and we've got ourselves a squeezer. Now, MJ, I don't actually remember what machines give out MJ, so you're gonna have to bear with me when I work this out. It'll take me a second, don't worry. But like the way I'm gonna put this stuff, like all my bee stuff and some of the forestry stuff, I guess, I'm gonna have it up here, out the way. Not necessarily out the way, that's wrong wording, I guess, but you know, it's near this, which means, you know, plants and stuff come out over here. I'm just gonna have it on this level somewhere here. So for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my squeezer here, and I'm gonna have my carpenter 2 away there, just like that. So as you can see now, if you right click on it, you got yourself a squeezer. No recipe, because you know, got nothing to do yet. Owner me, restricts pipe access, stuff like that. But the way this interface works is, obviously, if you've got to give it power and stuff like that. But the idea of what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting honeycomb in here, or honey drops or whatever. That turns it into liquid honey, pump it into the carpenter, and then that puts in there, and that's obviously what we're going to be using it for, just like that. There you go. But the reason we needed to make these machines is because we're going to make ourselves another machine. Well, it's not a machine really. I need to remember how to spell it as well. Yeah, there you go, apiary. So we're going to need to be making ourselves an apiary. I mean, there is an apiary machine. That's extra bees, though, bear in mind. And the way this works is we need 5 planks and 3 slabs, and then 1 impregnated casing. Now, to get that impregnated casing, we need logs in the outside, just like that, and we need ourselves seed oil in here. And as you see, this is the carpenter recipe, just like that. So, yeah. Like I say, that's the reason why we needed to make the squeezer and the carpenter, just for that reason. So I'm going to hook these up, explain stuff like that. So give me 2 seconds. Okay, so while I'm in the middle of nowhere, actually mining some of these meadow highs, I'll explain what I've done with the apiarist backpack. If you shift right click with it, you can actually change the toggle mode. If you can see, it's got a green arrow down there. What that means is it's going to, any bees that it picks up, like to go in my inventory, it's going to automatically go in the backpack, which as you can see, all of my bees now that were in my backpack have obviously also gone in there as well. There's some other modes. There's the one before this, when you shift right click, there'll be a lock, which means like nothing will go in, nothing will come out. There's one which is right click, which means like only stuff could come out, like that one. I think that one's only stuff could come out, and then that one's just default. You know, it's not going to do anything really. So there you go. And also another note as well, it's easier to find these beehives at night, because if I do this, see all these little light sources? They're actually, you know, hives. So like I say, it's much easier but slightly dangerous at night for you to go and find these. So there you go. Okay, sorry about that tangent then about the bees at night and stuff, but I felt like it was kind of necessary to put that in because, like I say, it is much easier for you to find the stuff at night, you know. So there you go, that's my advice anyway. But I found out that actually it actually uses thermal expansion power, which is quite nice. I hope anyway. I haven't actually tried it yet, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it does, because there's no power bar either, is there, if you look. But yeah, so the main reason I went out mining more as well is because, you know, we need more honeycombs. If you remember, I only got 1. You know, I only got enough to make 1 apiarist chest, so to speak. So I want to see how much. Can we click on this and then see? No, that's fluid transpose. Like squeezer. Yeah, that's not what I want to see. Can I see how much the comb does, please? Please? Oh, you can do seeds. Oh, of course you can. You can do seeds, can't you? Yeah, if you've got an abundance of seeds, that also might help as well because it's seed oil rather than the comb. So I'm actually going to do that in actual fact because I know. There you go. I somehow only have that much. But yeah. So I'm going to chuck in, let's go 16. So there you go. As you can see now, it's getting power, obviously, because the arrow's going. That's going to make it into there. It's not automatically going to pump out because I haven't got any stuff set up, which I probably should have done. But yeah, and if you put it right next to each other, it's not going to work, if you remember. So what I need to do is I need to get myself some... do I have any transport? No, I don't. Okay, well, fair enough then. What I'll do is I think I'll use... because I don't think you can use thermal expansion, can you? Let's find out. I'm not actually sure if you can use thermal expansion pipes for this. I haven't actually tried it. What's it called? Pneumatic. There you go. Let's get one of those bad boys. Oh, turns out you can. Well, there you go. I didn't think you could, to be honest. There you go. So obviously now that should be pumping out seed oil into there, as you can see. That's going to slowly fill up. Wow, has that used it all already? Jesus Christ. Let's put the whole stack in there, because why not? Yeah, so that's obviously sucking out into here now. That is not much at all. That is next to nil. What else can we get seed oil from? Let's see. Because there is better ways for you to get seed oil, obviously. Not from a can, because you've got to get it first. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Seed oil. Yeah, it's this tab, isn't it? So yeah, you can get it from stuff like, you know, just this stuff. But like, there you go. The amount, you know, 0.010 is how much it gives. So where's the seeds one? I can show you how much that was. That's given us 0.005. That's even worse. There you go. Pumpkin seeds, 0.005. It's given us next to nothing seed oil, really. Oh my god. Oh, that's a seed oil in a barrel, that's why. I was going to say. But yeah, so it is a bit hard for you to get seed oil by the looks. I mean, I did find an easy way. And there's 15 there from the witchery seeds. 15, 15. Like I say, it is literally next to none. And the amount we actually need for this is 0.250. So at the moment, there's no like meter either. But I'm guessing it's that red one there. Which we're not too far away from. It's just a process of just waiting for it, really, I guess. But while you're doing that, obviously you can get this set up, you know, put wood in here. The way this works is, works like some other machines in the fact that you can put in a template over here. So if I get rid of this, so you can click on this to get rid of him, but it's not going to give you like any, you know, stuff back, is it? Wait, hold on. Impregnated casing. Am I using the wrong type of wood? That was shown before. It's shown every other type of wood but the wood I'm using. Because if I do that, it shows that, but that's for something else. And then if I do this... Oh no, that did show. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so there you go now. And the way that works is, you know, you put a template in with that, and then obviously you put your resource in the bottom row right here. And this is the progress bar and how much it's actually being done, you know, the thing that you're building. And then I'll show you what happens now. So as you can see now, there's 2. Which is quite confusing if you've never used a machine before, because the way this works is, that's the template, that's what you're making. You can actually grab this one, you can hear me clicking, you can't grab it, no. You can actually grab this one one's your output, so to speak. So if you can see there's arrow here, because those are the 2 combined to make this, and then arrow over here. This way you can add seed oil in if you wanted to. Am I still... Oh, did I actually have the exact... Oh no, okay, I went over slightly. That's not too much of a problem. So now that we've got the impregnated casing, all we need to do is go back and make ourselves an apiary. Oh my god. Monsieur Robot. Sorry, not robot. Vroom, 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 vroom. It's weird. Right, yeah. So we want to make ourselves the apiarist. Apiary. Just like that. So there you go. Nice and simple. Like I say, it's just some slabs and a planks around the outside. And it can use any type, of course. Yeah, you might want to make a couple more of these as well. I kind of say... make like 2 or 3. You can make as many as princesses you've got, because I will explain how that works in a second. But you know, if you don't want to go too crazy, I guess, then just make yourself like 2 or 3 to get used to it. I'm gonna use 1, just keep it nice and simple for now anyway, until we get into the bigger ones. Where do we want to place it? Let's place it like there, why not? So there you go. So you can see now, place it down. We've got some honey coming out the one side, or both sides, sorry, and right click and you get this interface. Now, don't worry about this at the side at the moment because it'll all be explained. So the way this works is, you've got your princess / queen to go here, you put your drones here, this is where you put your, well, let's not get even there anymore, and get into that at the moment, and this is your output, look at it that way. So, tells you your temperature and your humanity, Jesus Christ, humidity there, 70%, 80%, that's not too bad. No queen, obviously that's why there's that X there. That's like your little bit of FAQ, not FAQ, like trivia, I guess you want to call it. That's just like, jungle flowers are ferns and vines. So that's like if it's a jungle queen or princess, whatever. But the way we're going to do this at the moment is that we're going to be using our meadow princess and our meadow drone. Now, I'm going to only use 1, just for the sake of, like, you know, pretending that we only have 1. But it doesn't really matter about you losing it either, because the way it works is you get it back. It does say ignoble. Is there one that's pristine? You can't sort either, can you? That one's unknown. Well, that one's unknown. Ignoble. Pristine. Oh, there you go. That's a pristine stock one. Let's put that away. Let's get this unknown genome one. So there you go. So this one's pristine stock and unknown genome. I'm not actually quite sure what the pristine stock one is, but obviously it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And as you can see, as I put that in, the cross went away, so obviously, you know, it's happy with itself. All you gotta do is supply it with a drone. This will be your mating meter, if you want to call it that. So that's the princess turned into a queen, just like that. As you can see now, that's a queen, and this bar will slowly start ticking down. Now what that means is that's the lifespan of the queen, which is sad, you know, it dies at the end. But the way it works is, once it dies, it gives you a princess, and it gives you a mixture of 1 to... Well, depending on the fertility of it, it gives you a mixture of, you know, drones, really. But it will always give you a queen back. That's how this works. So you'll never, like, lose it, so to speak. So there you go. Temperature and humidity there. And as you see, that bar's gone down now by 1. The way you know this works is, there should be the... There you go. There's a faint animation there, if you can see it, of bees flying out. Now, that's quite interesting because obviously it shows you if it's working. So, for example, if it's raining, and the bees... So, I'm only saying this from the basis. You can change the bees and, like, all this stuff so that they can work in rain, they can work at night, they can work underground, you know, this, that, the other. But I'm just saying, at the beginning, once you've got your, you know, your default one, so to speak, they won't work in rain, they won't work underground, like I said, they need a light source, and they won't work with the other one, which is at night. There you go, so just like that. So like I say, the more apiaries you get, obviously the faster that you're going to speed this up and stuff. Like I said at the beginning, try and stick to meadows and forests, because, you know, I find those are the best, you know. There are other ones, like I say, but they don't kind of... They've got, like, all... In other words, the way it works is, whatever biome they're in, they have different traits. So if you're, like I say, if you're in a meadows one, which is the most common place, I guess, in my opinion, it's the most common place for everyone to sell up all their stuff. You're gonna need like that biomes to work. That's not necessarily saying you need to be in a jungle to do a jungle biomes one, because the way it works is some bees will require extra stuff. If you put in a, you know, princess and stuff, blah blah blah, it'll go into a queen, but then that queen won't start ticking down, and there'll be in like another, you know, square up here saying, you know, needs flowers or whatever. If it's a jungle one, for example, like it saw on the FAQ here, it said about the, not the FAQ, the frequent, whatever, you know what I meant. It needs vines, for example, so it needs if a jungle queen needs flowers, it needs vines, or it needs like there's like a separate topic. Oh, it's fern. There you go. It needs fern. And there's like other ones as well. I think forest ones need flowers like roses, and you know, these ones over here. Actually, if I kick that up, will that? Okay, that's weird. I thought it would maybe. But if you just want to like put flowers around it just for visuals, I guess that works as well. But yeah, that's kind of the basics of getting started on how to do your bees, really, in my opinion. So, I mean, it can't get any harder than that, really. Can it? Oh, yes, it can. Just you wait. Next episode, we're going to make something called the Bee Analyzer. And we'll also be doing, like, getting into some more detailed stuff. What I'm going to do is, between now and next episode, I'm going to get so many bees, my inventory is going to be full. Not literally, of course. I'm speaking metaphorically. But yeah, I'm going to get a lot of bees and obviously get this sped up and done. Might make a couple more apiaries as well, just for sake. Yeah, I'll do that as well. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you're enjoying the series so far. I could tell bees are going to mess up at some point, and when they do, I'm not going to be surprised. So there you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Goodbye for now.
Yeah,